Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. First up, Mitch McConnell says he's done with the Senate after nearly 40 years. He said he wants to focus on his true passion, disappointing conservatives full-time. We have the video of McConnell's announcement that was today. Then the Biden administration somehow funneled $2 billion to a climate group that has ties to Stacey Abrams. Yes, that was billion with a B. It looks a little, well, it was like giving a McDonald's cashier 10 gold bars for quitting mid-shift. And next, Trump wants to verify that all the gold is still at Fort Knox. You know, we haven't had Fort Knox in the news for so long. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Anyway, so the Treasury says, trust us, it's all there, which is about as reassuring as a doctor saying, oops, during surgery. And finally, Pete Buttigieg slammed Democrats' Portlandia approach to pushing diversity. A Portlandia reference? Man, Pete, that is a deep cut. Why didn't you just rip on him for having too many NPR tote bags? Anyway, we've got the clip of Pete trying to appear reasonable. All right, let's dive in. Senator Mitch McConnell announced today that he will not seek re-election in 2026. Here's a highlight video showing some of his accomplishments.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
Democrats are devastated to be losing their favorite Republican. And that's coming after just losing Mitt Romney, too. I mean, those guys are really, they've got it rough in the Senate. Here's McConnell today announcing his retirement.
I will not seek this honor an eighth time. My current term in the Senate will be my last.
And so ends the career of the man who turned Republican leadership into an oxymoron. His office says that he really doesn't need much to enjoy retirement, just a glass enclosure with plenty of lettuce. The Biden administration quietly funneled $2 billion to a climate group tied to Democrat Stacey Abrams, despite the group reporting just $100 in revenue in 2023. $100 in revenue? I've seen lemonade stands with better financial statements. From $100 to $2 billion. That's like giving a Michelin star to a food truck that only serves expired Hot Pockets. You know, it's amazing what climate change can do to your bank account when you know the right people. The money was set aside for Power Forward Communities, a nonprofit partnered with leftist groups founded by Abrams. Power Forward Communities, because slush fund for friends didn't test well with focus groups. The funds were placed in reserve at Citibank before Biden left office and were part of a bigger $20 billion pot of money that Biden's EPA received to hand out to climate groups. $20 billion. That's a lot of money to spend on people who think the world's ending in 12 years. For those of you who may have forgotten, Stacey Abrams was a huge Biden supporter, even going so far as to publicly defend him by saying that Democrats' path to victory lies in standing by Biden. Abrams defended Biden so hard, you'd think she was getting paid to say that. But that would never happen. Name one time when Democrats paid someone to endorse a candidate. Okay, that was too easy. Name 10 times in the last year when Democrats have paid someone to endorse a candidate. So, $2 billion to fight climate change through a brand new organization, because nothing cools down the planet like hot money fresh off the government printing press. The government has assured us that Fort Knox still has all the gold. So maybe we should check. President Trump is supporting a DOGE effort to confirm that all the gold reserves held at Fort Knox are accounted for, even though the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, has insisted that it's all there. The Treasury says we don't need to verify the $425 billion in gold reserves, because if there's one thing the government has earned from us, it's blind, unquestioning trust with our money. It was recently revealed that the money is not subject to a yearly audit. But that is a ton of gold. Okay, well actually, it's 4,500 metric tons of gold. Where could it have gone? It's not like someone could sneak it out of there, right? I mean, do you know how many corrupt people in the government it would take for that much money to go missing? You know what? We should check just to be safe. Pete Buttigieg might have a MAGA hat in his closet. Speaking at an event titled The Future of the Democratic Party, where the room was packed with trust fund hipsters clutching oat milk lattes and crying into their therapy journals, Pete Buttigieg criticized Democrats for their current approach to diversity.
What do we mean when we talk about diversity? Is it caring for people's different experiences and making sure no one's mistreated because of them, which I will always fight for? Or is it making people sit through a training that looks like something out of Portlandia, which I have also experienced, and it is how Trump Republicans are made, if that comes to your workplace with the best of intentions, but doesn't actually get at what we're...
Pete's out here throwing shade at diversity training like he's ready for a Fox News town hall. Give it a year and he'll casually mention that he listens to Joe Rogan. Let's be honest, Pete's not having a change of heart. He's just having a change of strategy. He knows 2028 is coming, and you can't win Iowa with kombucha and pronoun pins. Better be careful, Pete. You are riding the fence so hard, you might get splinters in your electoral seat. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.